Hello, and welcome to 4629, 4631 Washington, here in the central west end of St. Louis, Missouri. If you're looking at this house and thinking it looks similar to one of our others, the Turret Treasure House, you'd probably be right in thinking so. They're literally about 3 blocks apart on the same street, and were built in a similar era. This was built in 1901, and has the same stone front and turret design on the front bay windows as well. Whereas the other homes next to it have a more squared off bay window, this one does have the more classical turret look. This was, however, built as a two-family. As we'll see, one of the units is available for us to view, and it gives an idea of the more spacious floor plan that would have been put into a nicer two-family back in this era of 1901. Looking at the house, you can see it has both units have a balcony, front porch held up by these stone columns, and then we have this decorative concrete railing at the top. If you're wondering about the house next door you're seeing, this is the neighborhood that was hit pretty hard by the tornado, so everything's coming back online at different times. As we come upstairs, this building is a little under 2,900 square feet in total, so these units are very spacious. We have the dining room here, and then the living room. Fireplace, decorative at the moment, and it looks like a newer mantelpiece. Probably would have had something different originally. A lot of those were removed in the 40s and 50s and they fell out of fashion. Here's the inside of that turret. Just love seeing all this round woodwork. It was not an easy thing to put together at the time. Obviously, windows themselves have been updated. Exposed brick as well, which shows some of the history of the building. When we look at this exposed brick, you can see some of these don't look like they're particularly great bricks, and there's a reason for that. The best quality were used on the front of the building. Then the outside course of the sides for the hardest weatherproof bricks, and the bricks on the inner courses were whatever was around. So whenever you look at the inside of a wall, it's always a little bit rougher than the type of bricks that you see on the outside. And that's just what people did in the day to save money and prioritize building materials. A little balcony out here. You can see that turret. Down the street towards the central west end there. And then coming back inside. You can see more of this exposed brick on this wall. This building just goes on forever. We have a great sized front bedroom. Looks like it's about 11 by 12 or 11 by 13. Again, with the high ceiling as well. Flooring looks like it's engineered wood. Because the floor plan's been moved, the original flooring wouldn't line up with where the walls are now, so that's been changed. And we have the bathroom. And this is another unique shower. It was designed to fit within the opening here. Because this would have probably been, I'm guessing it would have had an awkward little clawfoot tub or something originally, or there just wouldn't have been enough room on the other side here for the vanity and toilet to fit properly. So it's made for a better layout than what would have been here originally. And then we have the second bedroom. And again, you can see these diagonal walls in places. That was to create light wells to allow more air and ventilation into the other rooms. So this corner wall lines up with the window in the other, in the room next to us, I guess you'd say. So again, good sized bedroom. And then we still go on further back. And we have the kitchen here. Refrigerator. And full range of 42-inch upper cabinets. Newer lower cabinets with a quartz countertop. There's a gas stove, which is always nice and not particularly common in rental units. And this is the type of property that would be good for an owner-occupant looking to rent out the other half. And then here we have the dining room with the laundry here as well. And we have a little nook here. This is actually, I'm not sure what it would have originally been used for under the original layout. This may have actually just been a bedroom possibly. But the reason you have that little knockout there, as we look this way, have the refrigerator cut in between this door. Is that we have the stairway to the basement. And so you have enough headroom. We have that right here. This stairway is only for this unit, so it's a very long stairway that seems to go on forever. Coming down to the basement here. Basement's primarily used at the moment by the other tenant. Again, they have their laundry down here, whereas the unit that we're in has its own in-unit laundry. But usual stuff. Furnaces, water heaters. You see a opening here has been blocked up. It used to have a walkout, but that's rather superfluous because both units have their own exterior doors here as well. There's a little backyard here. Look up, and then down the side of the building as well. You can see what I mean about these bricks, how the side bricks are much more smooth and fired at a higher temperature than the rougher bricks that were used on the inner courses. Just a little geeky thing about the way houses used to be built back in the day. Then we'll come back up upstairs. This very long winding staircase. And here we are, back in the kitchen, and I'll take us back up. There's the bedroom, bathroom, front bedroom, and living room and dining room. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and let us know if there's any other types of properties you'd like to see. Thank you.